What is up, guys? It's your boy GRC. We're coming at you live right now, right in your face, right in your face, right in your face, right in your face. I just got enough attention span to pay attention other than spamming tweets all over the internet. I'm going to start this off by the daily news, sponsored by CNBC Bitcoin. We have a lot to talk about today. Let's funnel them in. I'm going to post the tweets, retweet the tweets. Let's go. This is the market news from today. Crypto, stablecoins, the Genius Act. Richard Hart's freaking out. Everyone's freaking out. Let's get right into it. I'll be back. This is big.
We're stock markets.
Okay, let's take a quick look at what's making news today. The Senate could pass stablecoin legislation as soon as next week. That's according to Republican Senator Cynthia Lummis, who said that she thinks passage of the Genius Act, the Senate's stablecoin bill, could happen by Memorial Day. Speaking at an event held by Coinbase's lobbying arm, Stand With Crypto, in D.C. yesterday, Lummis called the date a, quote, fair target. Now, Lummis made the comments about 1 week after the legislation faced a setback when it failed to clear a key hurdle in the Senate. At the same event, Democratic Senator Kristen Gillibrand said she's very optimistic a vote on the bill could happen soon enough and that senators from across the country contributed to making the stablecoin bill better. Gillibrand also said she thinks President Trump's issuance of a meme coin is illegal based on current law. The White House maintains the president's crypto holdings are in a trust managed by his children. Now, back here in Toronto, I sat down with Eric Trump, the co-founder of a new Bitcoin mining firm called American Bitcoin. We talked about the mining company's plans to go public on the NASDAQ through an all-stock merger with Griffin Digital Mining. We also discussed his family's growing crypto empire. So just this week, we found out that you're going to be taking American Bitcoin public through a reverse merger with Griffin Digital. Talk to me about this decision to enter the public market.
That's right. Well, it's kind of everything that I love in life, right? America and Bitcoin. I really believe in the digital asset space. It's growing.
He said that's everything he loves in life. America and Bitcoin. Well, that's your kids, bro. What the?
By leaps and bounds. There's so few people who have really caught on to what that world's going to be, the digital transformation. And Bitcoin is obviously leading the way in terms of that transformation. And to be able to mine Bitcoin in the United States using U.S. energy, to be able to do so at a fraction of cost of what the actual asset's trading at right now, it's kind of bringing together my love of hard assets, real estate, kind of data centers right on one side, and obviously a cryptocurrency that's kind of led the way and has been explosive in terms of growth. And so it's been a great project. It's one that I'm very excited about. I put my heart and soul into it, and we're having a lot of fun.
And why take it public so early? What does the public market give you at this point?
Well, listen, I think you want that exposure, right? There's a lot of things that the public market gives you. It gives you access to capital. It gives you ATM. You see how well the MicroStrategy model has done. You know, Michael Saylor, I think in this community has probably inspired every single person in this room by what he's been able to achieve. We're obviously a very different spin off of that, and that, you know, we're not buying it OTC. We're actually going out and creating it, mining it, and doing that very efficiently. We're doing that with Hut 8. They're amazing company. They've got some of the best data centers anywhere. They've got some of the best energy contracts anywhere. And again, it's just great passion of love bringing together kind of, you know, two elements of the world that I adore.
And one of the things the president said on the campaign trail was that he wanted all future Bitcoin to be mined in the U.S. What's your view on that goal?
That makes no sense. Bitcoin, dude, the general public and the media still has no idea about Bitcoin, I feel like. It's just an asset of all assets, but mine it wherever you want, wherever it's the cheapest. Throw away the computers, throw away the hard drives, throw away all the equipment that you need that destroys the universe. And then start mining Chia on hard drive space. Just kidding. Let's get back into it. This is interesting, but kind of like, again, I'm trying to like emphasize how little this really has to do with Bitcoin, other than the stablecoin legislation next week is a big deal though. And we're going to talk about that. Everyone, we're talking about this stuff now before the God candles start coming in. We're talking about this stuff now because it's not sexy. We're talking, I don't want to start in 2 or 3 months when this stuff's going. If someone has the audacity to be clicking around buying crypto right now, those are the people that I'm trying to get into the market, because I don't care if they buy. I don't care. It's not going to change any wealth. But people are important here. And when there is $2 trillion right now in crypto market cap, there will be $10 trillion by the end of the year. They're doing legislation next week to funnel in all of their money. They're trying to figure out how to funnel in all of their money with their, what's up, the Hexagon contractor, with their methods. But crypto is a force. Crypto is a necessity. Yeah, Richard's mad. Everyone's mad if they pass the laws so that all of the banks, blah, 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 it's more of the same centralized stuff. But if there is a way to on-ramp all of these dollars into crypto, everything that we have in crypto, whether that be Chia, whether that be Tau, whether that be PulseChain, whether that be Ethereum, whether that be Solana, whether that be Binance, is going to go to the absolute moon. Do you not understand that? So if you're a normal guy with a normal amount of money, because everyone online acts like they have 680,000 Bitcoin on reserve, they don't, then you need your money, instead of them printing out money forever and you giving them all your money, you need to put your money online before the $7.5 trillion comes on. It doesn't always matter where, but I can suggest immutable code, a community and a trading volume that is somewhat healthy, a chart that's been around for a while. That's all you really need. I don't care if it's Colt DAO. I don't care if it's Bepe, WBepe on 9 milli, which I was buying yesterday. I don't care, because the rising tide will bring us all up, unless you are just like in a coin that one person has the liquidity pool of. There's hundreds and hundreds of people providing liquidity for a coin, unless there's a weird reason. But then we'll talk more about stable coins. Let's switch to this. Let's read for a minute. I just want to read. I'm not just really so stoked on the agenda there with the Bitcoin mining. So, oh yeah, let me chill real quick. I'm supposed to do that. Let me move this. How's my audio, by the way? I need some interaction. Hey, Jim Rat Crypto, how are you doing? What's up, Annie Wren 36 over on Twitch? Guys, I'm live on Twitch. Yesterday was the first time I went live on Twitch. We got 3 subscribers over there on Twitch, I think. Go ahead and subscribe to my Twitch, subscribe to my YouTube. I'm going to be documenting this amazing bull run that's about to happen. And I'm most likely, after that, not going to be documenting anymore, because I'm probably going to have more. Well, I might still make videos and stream, but like right now, I'm putting my face on the internet to document this so that people remember that you don't have to be a genius to do this stuff. You don't have to be smarter than the next guy, more technical than the next guy. You actually have to care. You actually have to research a little bit. You actually have to get involved. You actually have to learn these operating systems. You have to be able to use them. And then you have to capitalize before everyone else can, because I want to give you breaking news. Most people cannot do anything anymore as far as whatever their job is and whatever their girlfriend tells them. And then you don't have enough time to do anything else. I'm lucky enough at this moment not to have a family, not to have someone that I have to take care of, not to have anything dire in my life that I really need to take care of other than focusing. But if there's guys like me I was watching this kind of content 6-7 years ago, we need them to be empowered, those type of people. And if you give those type of people 500 grand in their community, I'm not saying give them 500 grand, but if they make a good amount of money, they can do the good researchy people that are online trying to be insightful and think about the future. They get the gains from these things. So let's go ahead and read this. Oh, and guys, I've been doing this for a minute now. I used to just call myself a noob 24/7, and I still am, but I'm like a super advanced noob now. I'm just not a techie dude, but I love liquidity. I love how these systems, I love airdrops. I love one for one. I just love the whole tokenomics of everything and how it's all worked. And decentralized. I like the thought about software being online and published for free and other people can see it and everyone in the world can interact. It's going to be amazing, guys. We got 62 in here. Let's go to Twitter real quick. Okay, we're getting some love now. Hold on a sec. What's up, bro? Thanks for showing up. Dude, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I believe in this stuff. Like, I might not be an RH Max kind of believer right here. But no, RH Max, I need some tools, man. I need your help, bro. I want to talk to you behind the scenes for like 25 minutes. Just for a couple little tidbits on all this stuff. As you can see, the shields are out, kind of. I need to learn how to do clips. I need your help, man. We got to do this. You just have to have money. You don't have to have much money, though. So, Leaf episode. That's a great topic over on Twitch. Thank you for being on Twitch. Second day on Twitch. You just have to have money, yes. But if you've seen these cycles happen before, they're quick. But they happen. It's like a 6-month period, and no one's ever prepared except the cyber nerds and the guys that have been doing this when it wasn't cool. There is plays right now that you could put $1,000 in, and you could change your life forever if you waited long enough. Obviously, the lower amount of money you have, the longer you have to wait. Right? You might have to wait till the next cycle. But there's some coins that we talk about on this channel that are legitimately, I think, going to change the way that TradFi or traditional finance and DeFi merge, because they're merging right now. That's what we're talking about today. We're talking about this big deal over here. Hold on one sec. Sorry, I lost my topic. Let me get to the chat real quick and let me shill. I need to shill. You see those abs? They need shilling. Guys, you want your bags to pump? You shill that 6-pack, all right? Come on, I'm working for free over here. But I'm kidding. I'm talking about a lot of different cryptos. So just so you guys know, over on Twitch and people that are finding me for the first time, because we have 4 on Twitch now. That's cool, man. Twitch is great. Love the education. It's a lot of sense to me, although I've only been obsessed with crypto since 2022. Yeah, but dude, Rolando, you've always listened to the right people. That means you're pretty keen. And by right people, I mean people that aren't selling you stuff. We're really just talking about stuff that we like and think will be around in the future. And basically, that's the only barrier for entry anymore, being around in the future. And you just let these crazy markets do their thing. But we're not going to have a time where a stablecoin act gets merged with crypto again. This is the bull run. Like, this is the bull run. I am telling you right now, I am almost 100% certain that unless some crazy news with this bill comes out next week, stablecoins are going to flood the market 3x, the whole market. I'm not talking, your favorite coins will slingshot 50x and then correct, but we're talking a real thick, juicy 200K Bitcoin by the end of this year. Charles Hoskinson, last night, the guy right here with the PulseChain badge on his shirt, the guy right top right on my best banner in crypto. Best banner in crypto, guys. Can I get some talk on that? Is that the best banner in crypto? It's a pretty chill banner. It keeps my friends around with RH. It keeps the memers around with SBF. It keeps the ADA boys around, and then my goats on the left. The guys on the left are my goats. Those are my goats. And I want to see some biceps in that chat. I need to get lighting done again. I used to have good lighting. All right, so real quick. All right, I'm just going to restart. My name is Jim Wright Crypto. I'm here. I do no paid promotion, no trading links to make money. I do no coin launches, and I do no paid groups, and I'm not going to ask you for any of your money, ever. And if you are watching this channel right now, then I think you should subscribe, because I'm never going to ask for money, so at least subscribe, dude. I literally already said it online a million times. I'm not going to ask for money. I'm not going to do anything that, except like, maybe revenue generation from YouTube and whatever that kind of entices. because I used to actually make a decent amount of money on YouTube, but which is all cool. But I'm here to farm people that want a perspective from somebody that's been in the trenches of DeFi. I have high risk tolerance. I'm an absolute crazy person, but I'm very into this stuff because I think it'll be around for a long time. And I really do think it already has for me changed how I interact with the world, changed financially how I interact with the world, and changed how mentally I interact with finances and like that whole arena. I think it's so important to empower yourself in that way. Like if somebody says, oh, this thing's coming out, or a SPF is coming out with a 18-inch whatever coin, I want to be able to buy it whenever I want, wherever I want, trade it with who I want without regulation, because that's what freedom is all about. And that's where I live in the United States, where freedom is dying, but I think it's making a big turn. I want to tell you, I think it's making a huge turn. What games do you play usually? I don't play games, Annie. I don't know. I just talk about crypto, detailed crypto. And if anyone's on Twitch right now, could you tell me what subsection I should put my channel in if I'm just going to be talking crypto and looking at charts and having fun with my bros? Because there's not really a fun with my bros spot on there. And I need there to be like a chill with my bros and talk crypto spot. It's not a software channel, although we're only talking about software. Maybe that's what it should be on there. Maybe I'm officially a software bro. All right. Guys, please, I'm begging you. I'm begging you because I'm going all in for like a month on YouTube again. And I'm not saying I won't be streaming, but I have to, in order to learn and get technical again, be a good streamer, be good at moving through this information quick. I need engagement and I want it. And I'm not playing around. Like, just all I'm here to do is tell people about cryptos that aren't going to rug them and that are actually working. And one more time, I'll tell you, I don't do paid promotion. I don't do coin launches. I don't do rugs. I only tell people exactly what I have literally been doing. And I don't know if it's a good or bad thing when the channel's popular. So I'll probably ease down. But right now, if you're actually watching this show and supporting me early on the V2, I did this once before. It was awesome. Last bull run. Then it's just going to be a skyrocket ship of greatness. And if you want to have a little risk tolerante. So thank you so much for being here from Tam Tam. Good to see you, Tam Tam. Thank you so much. I want retweets, Tam Tam. I'll spam your shit all over Twitter. I spam Hexicans, dude, and Pulsicans and Chia people. I support the people I support. I go hard on. I want retweets now. No. And I want you to let me know if you're in here. All right, so let's go to Richard. Okay, so for anyone in here, love him or hate him, RH, black t-shirt RH, right? Love him or hate him. I don't care if you are Wall Street bro, could care less about Richard, which more people that I talk to are probably on that side of things. Like Richard's more of like, he's trying to make money, but he's also freedom fighting kind of doing it the right way. But Richard Hart is a mastermind of DeFi. I'm not saying he has all the muscle in the world. I'm not saying he has anything that other people don't have, but I'm saying he has a great mind for DeFi. And I really, really, really appreciate his takes. So we watched this video, obviously. If you haven't watched this video, watch it. Great video. And let's see what Richard's been tweeting, because this is the Genius Act, which we will be talking about and reading. So don't get it twisted. We will be reading through the legitimate, not what everyone's saying on Twitter, but just like some of the actual things that are posted on the paperwork and this news article from CoinGape. CoinGape, that's quite a name. So let's go ahead and check this out. USA and Bitcoin founded like this. Let's see.
This just says I can do what I want. Not to worry.
Yeah, so Richard obviously doesn't live in the United States anymore because of some of the freedoms that he felt were taken away for the good or the bad or the whatever. A lot of people do that. Let's see what he's saying here. Capitalism thrives on competition. Cryptocurrency thrives on decentralization. Such a good point. Decentralization is not, he said, thrives. So like it thrives, like cryptocurrency needs decentralization or it bugs out. It doesn't work. It becomes non-decentralized, whether that be from the amount of coins centralized to one person's wallet. Like, let's say all the PayPal USD that's coming out is 90% of it's in one wallet. Could that be a problem? Of course. Is it necessarily a problem? No, if someone doesn't sell, but decentralization is like a proof system. So a bill which cripples competition by deciding what codes you can write. Imagine a world where you can't write certain code. I'm trying to get you guys to think about it because it's hard to think about. It took me years to really, and I might just be a dum-dum, but it took me years to really feel why this is true rather than just think it's true because I want my money to go up. But now I'm starting to realize it's an inevitability. And yeah, Richard and other crypto founders are going to be pissed because it's going to elongate everything, probably even years. Like you can really mess things up. But I have a feeling with the current people in the White House now in the United States that we will not be dealing with these problems because I feel like they might understand, maybe not DeFi, but the realization that these things cannot thrive unless it's decentralized. If you understand what I'm saying at all. Any of that make sense? Chad, Donner, Schwans, what is up? What is up, bro? Yeah, like I'm just a normal guy. I am not anything. I love research. I love being alone. I love looking at my computer. I love my friends. I love just a normal guy, dude. I'm just trying to make it like everyone else, and I'm going to make it regardless. I'm a single dude. I have decent skills. I can work on anything, do anything, like if I put my mind to it. But there's a lot of people in worse situations than me, man, and I'm super lucky. I am so lucky in so many ways. Like my family was super chill with me. I mean, just good family, like decent family. Everyone treated each other well. We protected each other. Like I played sports. I had fun. I had a million friends. And I had great jobs and opportunities and blah, blah, blah. Right now, I'm remodeling my house by myself and with paid work, obviously. And streaming a little bit and looking at crypto because I think the bull run is about to start. 420X169 Lita Wagner 1. No, I just sanded all the walls, bro. Walls are sanded, drywall's up. Kitchen remodel. Real person. Real kitchen remodel. Really expensive. Really stressful. Crypto is less stressful than house remodel. Buy a house that's, well, depending on who you are. Whatever. Okay, let's look. All right, so, and no one, a bill which cripples competition by deciding what code you can write and what code people can run from the privacy of their own homes is un-American, and American lawmakers are aware of that. Richard, I want you to know that. I want you to know that. They're aware of it. You might not be on the feet in the States like me, boy, but I'm 30 minutes from DC. So I got an on the ground feel. It's wild down here, man. Everyone's ready to go, ready to grind. Everyone wants to work right now, dude. People are begging for work. People are begging for construction jobs to be decent price. People are get the innovation and get the money in the hands of people that are going to make their communities better. It'll make the world better so quick. Everyone like and subscribe, get the algorithm up. Absolutely. We have 120 live right now, 22 on YouTube, 1 on Twitch, and 97 on X. I'm okay because we're not talking about too much today, but I'm prepping myself So let's go on. What is the Genius Act, guy? Does anyone have any questions? Does anyone have any questions about anything? And I'm also going to be showing you guys all the baloney meme coins that I'm buying that I think are going to explode. I've been buying stupid stuff on my stream. Not stupid stuff, actually stuff I all believe in. But super leverage, like meme coiny kind of plays, fun little plays. And one of them is on Base. So if any of you guys have used Base, I was messing around with Base last night. Putting in that work, yeah, man. What's up, Claus? Good to see you. Hey, number of things. Great to see you in here. Thank you. Love your art. Always loved your art. All right, and we're going to be covering a couple things. We're actually going to be looking over at Jack LeVin's Twitter, too, at some point. He's been dodging me harder than Richard was dodging the SEC for all those years. Not dodging, but you know what I'm saying? I want answers, Jack. I want answers now. If you are a Zenian, clip this part right here. Jack LeVin. Reached out to me. I streamed for the first time like a week and a half ago. And Jack reached out to me. My boy Jack, Cypress. He's been I stopped streaming a year ago and X1 Chain was supposed to come out. And I was like, well, and it still hasn't come out, Jack. He says he's masterminding it. Trying to be a validator over here, Jack. As he's breaking, PayPal says he wants to be the product gateway into Bitcoin and crypto. I would appreciate that. I have an extremely high credit balance on PayPal for some reason. So double leverage. Just kidding. Yeah, so PayPal's really on the right. Like, if you know anything about these companies and if you use all of them, like Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, blah, 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 you realize quick that PayPal really incentivizes the user well. Maybe not in the best way for the user, but like they give you credit lines, period. You can send people cash for credit on PayPal. Boop. You can just credit people, you know, real cash into their bank account from your credit account in one click. So it's like almost crypto. Like it's literally like centralized crypto to this point, because you can go like PayPal to bank, from bank to this. So that's pretty interesting. I am bullish on PayPal. If I was like, I guess buying stocks or whatever, I'd be mad bullish on PayPal. Very smooth, interacts with, if you want to do a super chat and you don't have, like, you don't want to put your debit card on there, you can just PayPal it, pay off your PayPal credit card, boom. It's cool. And it's cool as far as like, I wouldn't do it in a stupid way. And then obviously the Coinbase cyber attack has been a big deal, right? Everyone's getting scammed 24/7. They have everyone's social security numbers. They have everyone's bank ID numbers. Everyone's cooked from these spam call attacks. And here we go. Here's some news right here. Breaking. United States cuts tariff on goods from 145% to 30% for 90 days. China lowers tariffs on U.S. from 125% to 10% in 90 days. George, great question, George. I have not. I'm not going to lie to you, George. I purchased BitTensor and sent it. Well, I buy BitTensor when I can. I do not research it anymore because it's really a time sink for me. And there's so many distractions over there as far as all the omni chains or all the whatever they call them. And so I just kind of gave up on researching. I'm more of an investor, and I'm only an investor because Sam Stolt really likes the project. And when Sam Stolt really likes the project, Sam Stolt really liked Tesla before anyone had a Tesla. You know, Sam Stolt, my old co-host, before he was rich and stuff, like he's off and gone into the rich world now. I can hardly get a hold of him. All he's worried about is where to move his house so he doesn't have to pay $7 million in taxes. Because he made a pharmaceutical company and it really blew up as far as selling some really, really nuanced brands before they blew up ever. He was selling Ozempic. Sam Stolt was selling Ozempic. I can't remember what the actual brand name is for it, semaglutide. Sam Stolt was selling semaglutide and talking to me about semaglutide 3 years ago. Now everyone and their mom is on that stuff. Sam really is good at reading the field for innovation in certain realms. He's the man. I'll send him a link. You never know. There's a miracle shot. He comes in here. Doubt it. Not on Saturday. He's so scheduled out, dude. It's crazy. Oh, I'm not supposed to show people my DMs. That's not good. Let's keep looking. Oh yeah. So X1 chain, I don't want to cover it until I get word, but I'm going to participate. 100% participate in that. All right, so here we go. Let's talk a little bit about the Genius Act from the cyber nerd's perspective. Cyber nerd, giga liquidity god, I guess, Richard. The Genius Act basically coils stablecoins into the banking world. No interest payouts, only licensed banks and buddies can issue them. And your favorite decentralized stablecoin might be outlawed. Now that's kind of a funny word, outlaw, right? Lots of outlawed. When you're talking about outlaw and you're talking about, will it be outlawed in the United States? Is that what we're worried about? Because there's so many things in the United States that are outlawed and I get around them without really worrying. Like, you know what I mean? Even all, I used to go on MEXC, no KYC, send all my shit there, swap it to USDT, send it all the way back wherever. Like, obviously there's more roadblocks as you go further, but it's never stopped me. If somebody was like, you need to get this crypto on this path, like I've never been stopped. So usually I have to find interesting ways around things. Sometimes it's a stablecoin crackdown that protects incumbents that could handcuff DeFi innovation, USDC, USDT, and DAI. And the whole thing I didn't even pull it up. The whole thing I'm going to read this, okay? Just stick with me. It's impact of the Genius Act on decentralized crypto and stablecoins. No yield stablecoin ban on interest payments. One of the Genius Act's notable provisions is a prohibition on stablecoin issuers offering any yield or interest. No coin holders. That's so big, dude. That's so big. Why is that big? Let's talk about it. Because you can do anything in crypto if you have $5 million in a bridge that has DAI and DAI in it. You can start a new chain. You can hold enough liquidity for new guys and new users on a new thing to move in and out freely because you're incentivizing people to earn those stable coins. Or there's a founder that has all the stable coins and he needs that yield or he will go under yield earning. So if you have $1 million and you want to start a new project and you make a bridge, you put 500,000 of DAI on this side and $500,000 of wrap DAI on this side, then you could start a new chain. Basically what it's saying is if we take out the ability to pay yield on some of these things, then you will not have incentivization of innovation. You won't have new people trying things, whether PulseChain is crap or not, whether Ethereum is going to zero in 10 years or not, whether they all have security bugs or not. The average person is here because they need money, period. And they think this is where innovation is going, so they're putting their money here. When I say they need, is like you can either go scam grandmas on the phone for 140 grand a year if you're good at it, or you can put $3,000 into Ethereum at $200 and go about your merry life. You feel that? You feel that? Do you feel that, Gains Club? Gains Club, I see you out there supporting everyone, and I know you see me out there supporting everyone. I was given gifted subs on PokeHex's thing last night. It was so fun, Gains Club. So I've been getting involved with PokeHex a little bit, and he has a sick channel, dude. His channel's so sick and twisted. I love that channel. Anyway, he just rips open Pokemon packs. So the dude, why don't I just go to him? No, I'll do that. I will do that. I did it yesterday too, but I want to get through this. Shit, I'm so stupid. Hit the comment, hit the like, drop the tweet. I'm dropping the tweet again. And I want retweets, Gains Club. You're so scared to retweet, bro. Why are you scared to retweet the kid? Yeah, dude, I'm getting way better, man. Thank you. I'm getting way better. After the break, dude, it was hard for the first couple of days, but my brain was so clear. I was like, oh my God, I could see everything. Where before I had so much mental masturbation about everything, and I was so many opinions. I took a year off, got a normal job, crushed it, left, came back. And now it's like, it's all so clear. It was almost destined to be. I don't think. Okay, so in practice, this means stablecoins under this law must function purely as payment tokens, not as interest-bearing instruments. This ban prevents stablecoins from mimicking bank accounts or investment products. For users, it eliminates the direct high-yield offering. Dude, no way. When this stuff matures, dude, people are going to want that yield so bad, dude. Trump will never let this happen, dude. For example, no more protocol promises savings accounts like returns just for holding a stablecoin. Lawmakers include this and ensure stablecoin remains to cash substitutes. Akin, I don't even know what akin means. To cash substitutes. Rather than investments, a stance reinforced by making clear that stablecoins won't have deposit insurance or bank-like interest. While this protects consumers from misleading interest promises, it also kills a big incentive that many crypto platforms use to attract users, DeFi lending. I mean, come on, guys. 500,000 views on what? YouTube? I don't think that's what. Dude, Gains Club, absolute goat. He retweeted my tweet. So we kind of understand biceps in the chat if you kind of understand that a little bit. Like why incentive structures, right? In businesses, if you want your business to get going, you need to market it, right? So if you have a protocol that changes the world, like Chia or something, we'll call it Chia just because we're not going to call it like PDI at the moment. PDI guys clipping. But we'll call it Chia like, oh, shit, I forgot my point. Oh, yeah. You need avenues to earn yield. Well, actually, I don't even know what's up with Chia and stablecoins now that I think about it. So whatever. Stablecoin yield is high because people love to incentivize people to come to their chain and provide stables because that is necessary, I think. But I'm also not a genius at this. So like, get it? The Genius Act? And then Richard had this point, which I haven't looked into yet, but it's probably interesting. Coinbase, it's pretty hard to get the SEC to admit what is outside their control. So check this out. Title 17. You know Richard. Richard is the king of copying and pasting really dense legal documents that no one will look through because he probably has lawyer friends that send it. It's perfect. Or now ChatGPT. Title 17, Commodities and Securities Exchange. Chapter 2, Securities and Exchange Commission. Part 231, Interpretative Release Relating to Securities Act of 1933 and General Rules and Regulations. Statements regarding trading stamps. The trading stamps referred to are the ordinary ones which are sold to retail merchants. So back in the day, people bought stamps, lols. Lols. Dude, on my old channel, I had 5.5 million views, which I thought was a lot. But now I'm realizing in this crazy world, it's not. because of shorts and everything. I will be shout. Oh, I was gifting subs like crazy, Gains Club. Not like crazy. I only did it once, but like I've never gifted a sub before. And I was trying to kind of learn Twitch. I think it was Twitch, or was it YouTube? I don't know, but I did the gift subs, and all the Pokemon fans were so stoked on the gifted subs, dude. And I was like, wow, it's so much better. Not that you don't like just giving money to good channels, of course, that's fine too. But like gifting subs to noobs that love Pokemon is like for $25 when they probably don't work yet or whatever is so fun, dude. There's nothing better than gifting subs to people that actually want the sub. It's like, oh, here's $20. They're like, dude. All right, so we'll keep looking into this. The trading stamps refer to the ordinary ones, which are sold to retail merchants who give these stamps to customers who, in turn, may redeem them for cash or merchandise. The food industry basics argument that the evidence of independentness is included in the statute's definition of security and trading stamp is evidence of indebtedness. However, the same argument could be made for the streetcar tokens, meal tickets, Christmas gift certificates, box tops. Yeah, so for example, every day down the street here, every Friday, there's a huge concert. It's like crazy. And like all the town folk come in and big concert. If for some reason they serve alcohol there, and for some reason, I don't generally partake, but like you have to buy a coin. So you have to buy like, for $10, they'll like give you a coin or 2 coins, and then the coin will get you a drink. And I always wondered, it must be a loophole. Like, oh, you can't serve liquor here. Oh yeah, well you can redeem it for a token. Interesting. These are rules, legislation, paperwork, documents. You have to look at these things because just because time's gone by doesn't mean the documentation has changed necessarily. And this is all important, guys. And it's going to get to my point at the end of what to buy. I'm going to tell you at the end what I'm buying. And I'm just going to say it out loud. Like I'm not going to front about it. I'm going to tell you what I'm buying, why I'm buying it, and the time frame of me potentially selling it again. Because there's limited enough people in here now. Back when I was doing the channel before, and there was like 200 or 300 live YouTube viewers, and I got really weird about saying anything because I kind of knew deep down we were in the bull market and people were going to get perma-rugged, but the euphoria was so great that I couldn't stop. But now we're at low prices, so I feel really chill. Title 17. Commodities and Securities Exchanges. Chapter 2, Securities and Exchange Commission. Part 231, interpretative releases relating to Securities Act of 1933 and general rules and regulations thereunder. Statements regarding trading stamps. $231 statement of the commission regarding trading stamps, the food industry, blah, blah, blah. Securities Act of 1933 and therefore subject to the registration provision of the act. So basically redeeming the tokens, the General Counsel has advised the Commission that it is in their view that such stamps are not securities within the meaning of the act. I found it. I found the word. Mom, I found the word. Super interesting stuff. Why do I have to teach you what the crypto lawyer can't or won't? That's because this is DeFi, bro. This is DeFi, bro. You that kid. All right, everyone spam the tweet. Richard Hart, you are the kid. The reason we are asking you and looking at your stuff is because we need insight. We don't necessarily need you to change the rules, but we need insight so we can know where to aim ourselves sometimes. Charles Hoskinson. Oh, before I do that, one more time on this. My artwork, guys, I try hard on my artwork, and I feel like it's not even a big deal. Is that decent? Like, is that like, if you were watching the channel and you saw that, would you maybe click on it? What do you think about my thumbnail? What the heck do you think about my thumbnail? Is it decent? I just want to know if it's decent. Like, I know I'm not the best, but like, I feel like I'm in the game. I might be on the bench, but I'm in the game. Oh, here's my timeline. Well, let's run through my timeline real quick because I feel like that's appropriate. And here's the link. I want you, if you retweet these tweets, I'll remember you. Oh, you better. Oh, you know what I'll do? Right now, let me see how much Pulse I have in this wallet. Please don't say it shows up. Okay. For anyone who retweets this tweet right here, 1 million Pulse. I'll pick one person. Oh, no, wait. 1 million Pulse, but you have to retweet and put a bicep in the YouTube chat. So I don't care what platform you're on. If you don't put a bicep in the YouTube chat, you're not getting the 1 million. Only one person that both retweets and comments. Retweet, comment, bicep in the chat. Retweet, comment, biceps in the chat. Here's the tweet. Hey, there's only a couple of you. If only one or two of you get it, your odds can be very narrow. A 1 million one day, that could be like a nice $1,000. I only have a little spare Pulse in here, and I don't want to give away. But if someone gave me 1 million Pulse, I'd be happy. You feel me? So I'm going to let this simmer for a second because I'm about to go on for another 30 minutes. So I just need to use the restroom and move around for a minute. Spread my arms. 1 million. Let me type it up and put it on there so I can do it. 1 million PLS coins to one person who retweets, comments, a bicep in the YouTube chat. 1 million PLS coins to one person who retweets and comments a bicep in the YouTube chat. And one person who retweets, comments, and a bicep in the YouTube chat. I should make this sound right. 1 million PLS coins to one person who retweets, comments, a bicep in the YouTube channel. And I have other coins too. I might give away other coins. I also have PDI on my streaming computer. I have like a couple million PDI. Unfortunately, I can't stop myself. Look at the background. I forgot that I even did that. So now let me put that. Hey, Crypto Gains Club, you could help me out here too. I thought I had some mods in here that love me. Can you mod for me, Rolando? Like, you can still be in the competition, but like, I feel like I need help. I'm so slow. Yeah, so hit this. Let's do it. I'm going to let it simmer for a minute, though, because I'm not wasting my time here. How do I copy that shit? Whatever. I can't do it. I can do the giveaway, but I can't do it. Oh, yeah. So another thing we're going to be talking about is Charles Hoskinson in Spaces last night. His market predictions. 200K Bitcoin. Okay, so I was in Spaces last night. Way weird last night. Way like a time that I'm not on Spaces. Like I was falling asleep, but I wanted to listen to something. And when Charles goes, I listen to Charles Hoskinson's. I am not a hater of Charles. I just don't buy ADA. I don't think it'll perform. Like if I'm going to go high risk, I'm going to go high risk in different directions. And if I'm going to go long, I'm going to go long with Chia. So, like, it's just not in my bag. But I think he's insightful as crap. Yeah, when it comes to ADA, he gets a little too butthurt. But, all right, yeah, so that will end at noon. So that'll end at noon, guys. I'm going to keep this up till noon. 1 million PLS coins to one person who retweets, comments, and biceps in the YouTube chat. Right now we have like 4 or 5 biceps in the YouTube chat. And I'll drop the YouTube link over on Twitter. Dude, you have to remember so many things now when you're streaming. You're like, YouTube link and Twitter, and what do I do? What do I do? And I'll give away some Chia on Monday. Oh, we're doing a 9mm stream on Monday, guys. 9mm stream. We're doing giveaways galore. And I'm going to teach you guys all about these liquidity providing opportunities on 9mm. So let me explain a little bit about 9mm. And I'll also, because we have a few more minutes, I'm just going to, while we're doing the giveaway, I'm just going to kind of talk about a few things that I've been looking at. And if you're one of my lanes, or if you're one of my guys that like actually listens to me and trying to put themselves in a better position in the future, they're very young, just listen to me. What was I going to say though? What was the point? Oh yeah. So I got into crypto. I'm always going to do this until my channel's like other people kind of know this. I got into crypto and Bitcoin was 3,400. I bought for the first time. I bought 0.7 Bitcoin in one purchase. I still have the little Coinbase receipt. Screenshot. And then I started researching like a madman. One of my buddies called me and he's like, dude, Bitcoin just dropped from 20 to 3. I know you have money, at least a little bit. I think you should invest. And I was like 22 or whatever. And I was like, whatever. So I went on Coinbase. I bought wrapped Bitcoin. Just so you know, all you Bitcoin maxis, nobody uses Bitcoin. Everyone just buys wrapped Bitcoin on ETH. So that's true. And the trading, OTC trading activity that's going on right now is destroying the Bitcoin price, I feel like. But I could be wrong about that. But I started digging like I do on any subject, like I did on bodybuilding, like I did on nutrition, like I did on anything I really liked. I started digging. The only person online that wasn't shilling something, that wasn't trying to get me to buy something, that was just kind of giving information like I am, was Richard Hart at the time. He didn't have a coin at the time. He was just teaching people about slick liquidity and how DeFi worked, and his studies over the years being like in Bitcoin sense. It was, I think he bought the $30 top or something, like, so he was in the arena. Bitcoin was $30 and it dropped down to 2. Remember that. Winklevoss or whoever. Now Winklevoss doesn't need reminding. Anyway, so then I sold all my Bitcoin at 56,000. It hit 65 and then it hit 65 again, and it was a double top. And everyone was long, dude. Everyone was longer than your mom. Everyone was longer than long. Michael Saylor was long. Coinbase went public 2021. I remember I was there. I was in it. The markets never stopped crashing until this day, basically. Well, until Bitcoin did the 109, and now we're here where we're at. But this is just the prime before alt season. This is lining up like a perfect alt season meltdown. I mean, melt up. And then, so then I quit my job and I started streaming for a year because I made a bunch of money on Bitcoin, but I also started buying Hex at like 1 penny. And then I swear to you, the day I bought Hex, it was like 1.19 or 0.019. It was at 56 cents. I swear to you not, 4 months later. And I was shot into extreme euphoria. I got hacked once. I made it all back once. I had no idea what I was doing. I was streaming. I was losing my mind. I was learning. And then the bull market, blah, blah. And then I stopped streaming. I streamed every day for a really long time. I stopped streaming because I knew the bear market was in, and it was counterproductive to talk about at that moment for me. I was running out of funds as far as like actual life funds. And but then I came back and PulseChain came out. I sacrificed a bunch of money for PulseChain when Hex was at 30 cents, and it saved me. PulseChain saved so much of my money, dude, because 30-cent Hex, it's under a penny now. I was dumping thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in that sack rate. And then once it came out, I could do whatever I wanted with it. So PulseChain sacrifice saved me from my bags for sure. And that's where I am now. But the next part of my journey has been Chia. Like Chia was harder for me to grasp, so I left it alone. But now that I'm totally starting to grasp Chia as a concept and as a like business tool, or like basically the data layer for TradFi to move in or whatever they want to do, I believe in Chia. I believe in Bram Cohen, and I believe in them. That's, if I had one guess at what crypto was going to dominate, I would still probably have to say ETH if there was a gun to the middle of my head, just because people are stupid. But I would say Chia if God was asking me and I was bowing before him. If I went to the gates of heaven and he said, which crypto do you think will revolutionize the way that human deals with finance? I would say Chia. Pops. Like most likely ETH, but not Bitcoin. Bitcoin's so slow. Bitcoin's so slow. I just dated my dryer downstairs. What the? All right, we got 3 more minutes, guys. I'm going to put the tweet back up. All you have to do is retweet. No, we're not getting made. There is not a lot of retweets on this dude. Why am I one awful being? What the hell did I do? Look at that. You are one awful being. What the? Yeah, so if you want $50 or $30 or whatever a million Pulse coins is, all you have to do is retweet this tweet. You have to also comment, and then you have to put a bicep in the YouTube chat. A bicep in the YouTube chat would be ideal. We're getting Twitch love right now. Loving the Twitch love. 3 live on Twitch, 25 live on YouTube, and 245 live on X. I gotta get back, bro. I'm getting halted on Twitter, and it's so fun though, dude. I think I'll get monetized on Twitter, legit. I think I'm like crushing the impression numbers that you have to, but I've been spamming, dude. So we got the PulseChain, Ethereum, Chia Network, BitTensor, ADA, Sol, Solana, Binance, Hex, Hexagon Contractor. You better retweet this stuff or I'm gonna freak. All right. Or I'm gonna freak. Let's see who's tweeting. All right, hold on. All right. So Orange Gooey, a good friend of the show, a builder, just tweeted at my video here. Chia users will use Circuit DAO to mint BitCash, a trustless over-collateralized stablecoin which will have a V2 upgrade where RWA can be used to facilitate collateralization by BitCash vaults. USDC and CBUSD support will come post-IPO, I'm sure. That's good information. That is great information. Yep. So, and guys, people are retweeting the Twitter tweet on accident. You have to retweet the banned tweet. All right. I'm going to keep this up. Tweet about it. Say, oh, I guess that's the only thing about. I need to post this. Because you guys want the money, so I forgot about that part. Giving away 1 million PLS. Come to the YouTube chat. All right, I did push it. We're pushing it to 12:05, and I'll probably give away more just because I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker. You're competing against a lot of big influencers right now. Fred K, PT, GC, etc. I ain't no influencer, bro. I'm just a crypto bro. I just love messing around on Twitter, having fun. More engagements, fun. Everything's fun. You can make a little money from it. You can make great art. This is what I believe in. I don't have competition. If for these people that are shilling whatever coin, there is no competition for me. Everyone in the market is shilling someone else's baloney. And I'm not saying it's baloney because it's not going to go up or it doesn't have, but I'm looking at everything with an open lens in my time frame. I've gone through everything. I've already been through the PDI madness. I missed the whole PDI thing, and I've already researched it. I've already learned what everyone was doing, all the craziness. I like all the Chia stuff, all the 9 milli stuff. I'm working my way through, but I'm not going to get paid out. I'm not going to get, or I'm not saying paid out, like, you know what I mean? I'm not going to take a 10 grand bribe to spam a coin forever. I would rather just be right. Because in the future, whoever is right will get real respect. 30 million, dude? Come on, bro. All right, so we got to retweet the tweet. All right, last time I would just do one more minute. All right, I'm literally gonna pee and come back and pick someone. You have to retweet this tweet. You have to drop a bicep in the chat of my YouTube chat if you're watching on other platforms. So I'll give you one more minute to come to my YouTube chat. You got to come to the YouTube chat. You got to drop a bicep, and then I'll pick someone. I'll be right back. I think I have a. I'll pick in 30 seconds. I'm back. All right, we got to drop. Okay. All right, we'll pick one. I'm just picking a random one. Yeah, I don't need any little Twitter friggin' thing. All right, how do we do this here? View post engagements. Damn, that was the wrong. Oh, that was me. Repost. Okay. So we have Ethan. Mr. Ethan, you get a follow. So we got Freddie Quotes, Crypto Gains Club, X Lida, Tuz Pookie, R23, the Hexagon Contractor, and Ethan. Now let's see who dropped a bicep. I gotta make sure I don't miss anyone. All right, well, I have picked R23 because when I scrambled, his name was on all 3 units. He did here. Did he comment? Oh, hold on. Did he comment? Did you screw this out, R20? Sorry, Tiz. This is a comment, and you are the winner. You are the winner. TM me your Addy Bresky. And that's that. And that is that. Nice job, everyone. Biceps in the chat for R23. 1 million pulse. Could be big money one day. Could be a snipe shot. I'll probably regret that one day. Don't you know? All right, you want to see what coins I'm buying? Well, I'm not buying them today. I already bought them, but I'll tell you. Lots of good memes, fun memes going on. We gotta keep stuff light, guys. We gotta keep stuff light, man. I'm gonna just be 100% with you real quick. I could be wrong about all this stuff too, but I don't add any more money to DeFi either, by the way. Like, I'm not putting any more money in unless I'm buying something for the first time and sending it somewhere, like I did with Chia the other day and Tao a couple times. But like, I'm not just dumping money into ETH and like Coinbase or anything like that. I'm not doing any of that crap anymore. I have enough. All right, so this is the list I was looking at last night, unfiltered. Let's look at the PulseChain stats and then we'll come back. And I'm going to highlight things that are embarrassing about all this stuff too. Like, there's some kind of embarrassing metrics for PulseChain, to be honest. Am I muted? Oh no, too spooky. I muted people back in the day, dude, and I still have mutes on there. That's the only reason, bro. I have 7,000 following, and back in the day, who knows? You know, we were all crazy. Let's go. Lane's in the chat, guys. Biceps for Lane in the chat. We are going into what I think about PulseChain at the moment, in some of the highlights and some of the total negatives that I think are important to highlight. As you can see, we're in a doomsday of red God candles all over the ecosystem, right? Let's see who's doing the best on the 24-hour. That's normal. So it's going to be your mom. Pump tires, which is actually kind of a promising situation, I feel like. 9mm, only down 3.21%. Good hedge against the market, 9mm. If you're hedging, do little baby hedges. Yeah, everything's down though, bad. Why? That drop under 25 scared people, I think. Come on, you stupid screen. Hurry up. I think this drop under 25 kind of scared people. Because with all the bullish news, it shouldn't do that, but that's a very small price to pay in crypto, so who cares? But you can see when the confidence in Ethereum goes away for even a minute, for even a half a day, you can see how altcoins kind of roll. Altcoins are going to look more like red doom. The thing everyone's speculating on with this chart, and I'm just going to, for the people that don't know anything, I'm kind of don't know anything either about this subject, but like, this is what we're dealing with here. From the bottom, okay? This was a stable coin or fork that came over, and all this talk about decentralized stable coins and stuff. Basically, everyone tried to get this PDI to $1. They tried to rally it to $1, and it got kind of close. It got to 3 cents. I mean, basically the goal was rally to $1, have a decentralized stable coin that the government can't control if it stays healthy at $1, which is kind of probable. I mean, it's not probable, it's definitely possible. This isn't financial advice. This is like pump play shit, dude. I'm telling you, like, don't. But in the world of corrections and things being bonded together, this is going to correct harder because of this major red dilly. unless people are still trapping liquidity in there and just waiting for it to go. Nah, I wouldn't even say that at this point. It went too low. I bought in and I tweeted about it. I had no idea what it was. Right here. 0.000925 roughly. Right, because I remember the death candle, and then I was kind of missing on the death candle a little bit. And then by the time I was confident enough, it was already like a couple hours later. So, I mean, I've done okay. I missed all of this though. I wasn't even around. I was literally not around for any of this. So like basically I got to skip the whole like brain fog of like the whole thing, because I would have been confused too if I was making money on that. I'd have been like, what happened in the dump? I would have lost a lot, but I was not even involved. So these are just things that you'll see rally harder if things rally, right? Like if things rally, some things will rally harder than others. The other thing, like on a less leveragey scale, like Doomsday over here for freaking PulseX was holding up so well, but like people like PulseX against Pulse, like it's going to move further, I guess. It seems like the Pulse chart needs to like correct huge at some point because it's so down comparatively to the other coins that it's interesting. But let's just observe the volume. Like, this is just one pool, so but let's just observe, right? In the world of a healthy 1,044 buys today in 723 sells, net in 231. A whale got out last night. So that, when I say a whale, somebody took a good chunk out last night, 30 bands or something. And we could probably hawk that down. So like, instead of just researching all day and trying to figure out who's selling what, it's a big waste of time. Just go here, type in 5,000 plus, hide this, and then look for something significant. Like one day ago, 14 bands. So I might look at that wallet, right? Curious. Somebody bought 40 bands worth. Like that's always an interesting thing. Like who bought the 40 bands, you know? Like who's got the schnuts and the wherewithal to drop 40 bands into PulseX? You know, it's somebody that has Sci-Vibe, Zen Crypto, Axion. The thing about the freaking Pulse, the Pulse thing is so bad. He has zero incentive token. He's got 5,556,000 PHEX. He has some Zen Crypto and some Sci-Vibe. And then if you want, so this is just a PulseChain, and I just do education while we go through a little bit. So if you were on PulseChain, then you could go to Etherscan. So if you want to flip through his whole wallet, if you're just worried about his Ether as well, I'm just gonna plug that wallet in right here to Etherscan, that wallet Addy. Because then you can see what he's working with. Come on now. Because then you can kind of see if he's a poverty boy or not. And he has no ETH. He has Axion. So he's not holding much of anything on ETH. So not a huge deal to me. It's just I'm not going to be able to track it down. So I'm over it. You know, like sometimes you can stumble into something professional, but I love pocket watching too. I love pocket watching. All right, another fun thing I've been doing lately. I want to get into a fun thing. We have 28 in the YouTube, 349 on X, 1 on Twitch. GG's. Oh yeah. Before I go into that, this was a segment that I had to do. So late last night, I remember I started talking about this and I stopped. Late last night, Charles Hoskinson jumps into this Bitcoin trading chat that we were in, and it was amazing. So all these trader guys were talking back and forth about like, oh, it's going to fall off the 14-week MMA, and then I'm going to put my tongue on the back of this thing. I'm going to run around the circle, and then back at it, and maybe this will happen. And then they asked Mark, hey, Charles, now that you're up here, we would love to ask you what your prediction is, like for real, for the markets, 2025, for everything. And he dropped a banger, dude, in stride. So it was just like an open conversation. He took the floor. He literally said, and this is just a summary, it was like a 5-minute talk. It wasn't recorded. That's the only reason. I wish it was recorded. Charles Hoskinson in the Spaces last night, his market prediction, he was legitimately saying, like, to everyone, I think Bitcoin will be 200,000 by the end of the year. You cannot take Charles's calls without, because Bitcoin, he doesn't have Bitcoin. Well, I'm not saying he doesn't own Bitcoin, but he's an ADA dumper. So he dumps ADA when he dumps. But Charles Hoskinson in Spaces last night, he said 200K Bitcoin. He said 10 trillion total crypto market cap by the end of 2025. That is literally what he kept saying. He said it multiple times. That, if you look at the crypto market cap right now, if you look at the crypto market cap right now, we are sitting at roughly, do you show on this stupid site? 2 trillion plus 2, but we'll call it 2.5. We got 2 trillion market cap for Bitcoin. And we have 300 million. We have a 2 billion from Bitcoin, 300 million for ETH. Tether 151. Let's call it 2.5. Charles literally said, he said it 5 times. He said in 2025, Bitcoin will most likely hit 200,000 and altcoins will rally for harder than hell. And yes, the crypto markets are down today. And yes, I hope everyone sells their positions. Bitcoin at 102,961. I think Bitcoin could easily drop to 90,000 and then explode to 180. I still think I am one of the only guys I feel like that still has faith in this Ethereum chart. Like, can we look at what we're looking at and can we look with open eyes? Full chart, mother F. How do you full chart? Wow, what a trash site. Fine. All right. So this is all-time Ethereum. All-time. We start down here when we were, just plugging around $100, $200, $300. Bull run 2,470. And then from 2019 to 2020, absolute massive bull run, DeFi summer, insanity. So this is a bull run. This is a bull run. I mean, a little mini ETH beginning bull run. This is a real market bull run in the cycle, completely merged with Bitcoin liquidity wise. Like completely merged, like stablecoin madness. Like that was pretty much stablecoin madness, DeFi summer, so on, everything. And now we are here. Do you think we go down from here, bruh? We've been floating in these ranges. People that have been holding Ethereum since 2021 have it at these ranges. This thing is ready to pop harder than anything. And smart money knows it. I'm just so convinced. Like the shark money or whatever, like the people that are like really a little advanced in the market and have risk tolerance are going to be funneling. Whenever this US dollar thing funnels in, or the stablecoin funnels in, ETH is going to be like friggin' insanity for a long time, and it'll trump. And Bitcoin will still get to 100 or 200K, and it will just trump. Just from the madness on the chart, it will trump what Bitcoin's doing at the time DeFi summer engaged. It has to. It's too light. It's too fluffy. There's too much money coming in. They're working too hard on it. People believe in it too much. I don't even believe in it, really. Like, if you want me to be 100%, I'm not like a 100% Ethereum believer. I just think that it's too deep and it's too tied in now, and they're just going to pull an asset play on it. And you can play with it, but it's Bitcoin, but you can play with it. Eventually. But that could just be all hogwash, and we could just be going for a nuclear bull run. And then if you know me, you know what is an ETH? Well, I don't really hold. I do hold ETH, but like I don't trade ETH. I just hold what I want of it. I will maybe sell it if things get euphoric. It's been so long that I don't even know what that's like anymore. And getting engaged and getting prepped right now is the key. 1 hour a day. Give yourself 1 hour a day to really put $100 in a bridge. Figure out what bridges you like. Figure out what centralized exchanges you can use without KYC, depending on what country you're in. Figure out avenues that you can get around money. Find friends that have so much of these coins and so much money that you can buy things over the counter. Find ways to protect your crypto from government control. Like when I KYC, go through Coinbase and buy something, I basically put that in like the investment category. Like that was an investment. I pay capital gains on that. But all this stuff that I sacrificed for PulseChain and went to PulseChain started at zero valuation. Those things are sent to a million different wallets. I just use that money to kind of trickle around. I try to stay away because when I did my taxes last year, there were so many bubble webs from Coinbase that it scared the crap out of me. Because I don't keep track like that. So by the end of the year, guys, the end of the year is not that long away, and this party has to start at some point, baby. And I think it's starting with this stablecoin madness. So stablecoin madness, insanity. So on Monday, I'll pop on if anything gets buck wild, but on Monday, 9 mm, gooey and bullish, and hold on. 9, what the fuck? Oh, it's because this. All right, so for all you yield little buggies. So 9 mm Monday. I haven't posted it out yet, but it's pending already on Twitter. I mean, it's pending already on YouTube and Twitch and everything. I was looking for a way to buy wrapped chia. I have chia, but I wanted wrapped chia because I want to learn how to play around. Just like I was mentioning to you guys, I want to learn how to play around with wrapped chia on base and bridge it over to chia. Why? So I can be interoperable. So what did I do yesterday? I'm just going to tell you. I swapped my ETH yesterday directly for XCH, which was sent directly to my Chia client wallet. So you can swap ETH for Chia. Yeah, I don't care what the verbiage is. You can swap ETH for Chia. And I've been looking for a way to swap ETH for Chia seamlessly yesterday. And I was asking, and I was looking, and I was poking around, and yeah, I'm trying to think. Simple Swap. It was on Simple Swap. It was on Simple Swap. So yeah, I just put, you have to make an exchange. It's a little complex if you haven't clicked around with that, I guess, but it's a seamless one-click process and it works. And I did it. And I messed around and I bought a couple of things, but that's all because of 9mm Pro. So what 9mm Pro is a DEX aggregator. So basically right here we can trade, swap, it's an exchange, but it's interoperable with a few different things. PulseChain, BaseChain, and Sonic, right? As you guys know, and I've just been learning, BaseChain is just like Ethereum, except I still don't really look into what's up with the BaseChain, but like if you just like PulseChain or just like any of the other layer ones that you've dealt with in your EVM wallet, you can go right over here to BaseChain trade, and then up here on the top right, you'll see WXCH. You see I got 4 units of WXCH in here, and I have 1,268,821 units of WBetPay. Okay. Proof that I was playing around last night and trying to figure out how to do this, because guess what? Cookies told me I could bridge my WXCH to Chia. So I said, well, I better study up on how, and this isn't like, I'll make sure I make $1 billion on this 4XCH. No. First of all, I might, but no. Oh, fuck, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, yeah. But look, if I can bridge my WXCH to Chia with the swap that I used on Simple Swap, and now there's a bridge from WXCH, that's 2 different alternatives. 2 alternatives to get ETH directly to Chia? Excuse me? Excuse me. Now do you guys see why I'm so interested? Like, people think I'm just people think I know there's people that think Cookies and Bullish just pay me to talk about their stuff. But the only reason I talk about their stuff is because they're actually doing something. Like it's like, oh my God, I need something to talk about. Let me talk about something that someone's actually doing. Like, dude, WPepe, I want BetPay on Chia so bad. I want meme coins on Chia so bad. I know they have them. I want trading volume on all these little meme coins. I want all of it. And I love interoperability. I love the power in my hands. I can swap my Chia for ETH, vice versa. I can swap my PulseChain for Chia. I can swap my Chia for BetPay. I can stop my BetPay for Chia back to Ethereum because the market's done, or whatever. But you have to practice, because even as someone who has really good practice, it's hard sometimes. Like, you have to be like, oh, okay, let me switch over to Base and let me download this RPC and then boo, boo, boo. But it's not hard. It just takes a few moments of focus. And so I was telling people like what some of my plays were. Fun punt plays. Dude, seriously, this is fun stuff while we wait. We are doing fun stuff while we wait. We already have our bags packed. This is called fun stuff. Because if you click on BetPay here, let's look up the contract address and we'll go over to Dex Screener. And we'll see how it's performing against the market. I have no idea. Literally. It's not even on my watch list because I didn't want to look at it. And if you're going to these, if you type in the contract address up here in Deck Screener, that's why this is nice, because now I can see the liquidity pools. WPEP, look at all these pools. Say just one pool. Yeah, there's not a lot of money in them, but people aren't violently trading WPEP and WXCH because they're not. I'm not saying one day they won't be, but Cookies and Bullish and the 9mm crew have really just opened up this avenue for the first time for EVM compatibility for Chia. And that's a huge deal, and no one cares. Blah, blah, blah. I care. Chia people care. Smart people care. And look at these liquidity pools. Look at this stuff. Like, imagine if this stuff catches on. I mean, and I'm talking about XCH and Ethereum swapping more than the WPEP, although they're great over there. But make sure you get the little 9mm symbol right here. You see this 9mm symbol? That means it's from the 9mm V3 pool. Just like this one's from the 9mm V3 pool. Chia Warps Bepe, or what? Stuff like this can be fun, a learning opportunity, but you don't have to bet your whole life on shit, guys. Like, if WBEP is the future coin of Donald Trump's son, then I guess we're going to the moon. But for now, it's just a fun coin that people can have fun with, that it hasn't gotten past its point yet. That's the only reason I bought it. If this thing was up here, I wouldn't have bought it. But it's not, and it probably will be at some point because it's absolutely hilarious. And then I'll show you a little bit about WPEP. And then I'll show you a little bit about the WPEP website or whatever. And guys, this is learning experiences. I'm not checking my WPEP daily. I'm learning daily. Oh, luckily my WPEP is the only thing performing. Isn't that funny? The only thing that's not on Ethereum is performing. Why? Because their liquidity is not tied together at all. Like in these little pools. So if you look at my watch list, you see one little hint of green somewhere. Where is it? Where is it? Boom. A little hint of green in a sea of red. So you can always find hope in anything, fam. These are the coins that I have on my watch list. WBTC, WE, Teddy Bear. I don't own any Teddy Bear. I just was looking at it because all these pools are tied together and people are trying to play 3D chess. Wrap Pulse Die, Pump Tires. I don't have any of that either. Hex, I have a boatload of that. E-Hex, I have a boatload of that. PulseX, I have a boatload of that. Ink, I have a boatload of that. P-Die, I kind of have a boatload of that, if I'm going to be 100% honest. And it's kind of floating on air right now. It's kind of floating on air, like it's just floating. Almost as if no one's losing money or really gaining any money, and it keeps going up in value. It's interesting. Yeah, so all bags are destroyed. Somebody's selling everything. I want to kill myself. No, I'm kidding. Bitcoin to 102.88. It's making people nervous, man. It's going to drop under 100. Everyone's going to lose their noodles, and Trump's going to buy in right there. Boom. Done. Or when I say Trump, the market. Or anyone savvy. So I gave a little, let me see if I went through everything today. We talked a little bit about the Genius Act, right? The Genius Act wants to make it so you cannot have control over stable coins and they have to be backed like one-to-one. That makes no sense. It's basically like cutting freedom to stable coins, but that doesn't mean that stable coins aren't going to flood the market. It might mean some of our stuff won't work out long term, but it doesn't mean stable coins aren't going to flood the market in like an insane way. So we believe the market cap is going to go from 2.5 trillion to 10 trillion before the end of the year. We think Bitcoin to 100K. 180K. Charles thinks 200 and something. I think 189. But anything's possible. Bitcoin to 10K, if it blows through that resistance, could be insane. And Chia to 1,000. No, I don't think Chia's going to 1,000 in the short term, though. That was just kind of a joke. But Chia's our long-term play, guys. We play long here, too. We play long, short, and medium here. And I'm not saying Chia won't go up a lot. I just don't know. They're making deals with legislators as we speak. So these things can turn out however. But in a world where we fear God, Chia dominates. Like I said early in the show, if I went to God's door or heaven's door, and he said, what crypto do you think would take over the world? Not which crypto do you think can make the most money in a short amount of time with, guys. There's two different distinctions there. I do crypto both ways. Most of my stuff is long-term. Most of it. And then I have 10% where I play on my streaming computer and a couple other little things, Chia here, this, there, and there. That's my funsy, learn how to move around stuff. And you do a little giveaway, do a little this, do a little that. R23, hit me with if you haven't already, hit me with your thing in the DMs. Your address so I can send you 1 million pulse. Because you won, sir. Yeah, super interesting stuff, guys. Super happy to be here. I'm going to just chill for another minute. And so I think we got through everything. 9mm's coming on Monday. And we're going to be talking about liquidity providing opportunities and why I talked as much as I could about the interoperability there with WXEH and 9 milli and base and what Cookies and Bullish and all the guys over there at 9mm are doing. And I have no affiliation with them other than I'm a believer. Just like everything on my channel, I don't sell paid group. I don't sell you a coin. I'm not shilling PTG, TCA. I'm not shilling. I'm just telling people what I'm buying and how much of it I'm buying. Like I have 1 million or a couple million PDI. I don't even know how much that is. It might be like $1,500. I am not even going to trade it because I don't care. But I think everyone talks about it. It's funny. And there is some weird little like underground feeling and conspiracy that everyone has that if PDI shoots to $1, that it stays stable there, then it'll be a decentralized stablecoin, whatever. I have some of that. I have all the cores. I have a lot of Ethereum that I don't really want to trade. Like, that's my goal. Don't trade any Ethereum. Personally, that's just my take on it because I can make a decision in 5 seconds and wish I didn't make the decision 5 seconds later. So I just keep that to WBEPE and I just keep it to this fun, light stuff. That way I can get my brain to stop focusing on like swings and things like that, and I can go about my life. We talked about Charles Hoskinson saying Bitcoin would be 200K by the end of the year and that the market cap would be $10 trillion. He said that live on Spaces yesterday, and he said these stable coins are going to flood the market so intensely, it's going to create a DeFi summer that no one's ever seen before. That's Charles last night, live on Spaces, was saying that, okay? So we talked about 9NM, we talked about, in the Genius Act. We talked about the Genius Act, Richard's take on the Genius Act, all of these stablecoin legislations that comes in. And at the end of the day, nothing we're doing can be stopped without breaching the Constitution, right? I think the United States has the lawmakers in place now where breaching the Constitution will not be chill for them, because they might actually have a clue that it won't work out, because decentralization, like some of the stuff we were reading earlier, crypto thrives on decentralization. That's how it grows. That's how it thrives. People need to be incentivized in these pools. People with money need to be incentivized to come in and put up their money in pools and earn yield. Yield is king for these guys. And if there's steady ways to make yield decentralized, but basically they're trying to make the yield part non-existent anymore. So they have 100% control of the marketing. Because what is yield earning other than you're marketing someone to put their money somewhere so it can help you so they can earn yield, right? And if you take that away, it takes away what crypto is. And that's why it can't work that way. It won't work that way. It might elongate the process, but decentralization is here to stay because humans are failing. And every time a human has to make a decision, they're failing. Every single time they're succumbing to people paying them money. The wealth gap between the rich and the poor is getting so much steeper. The middle class is getting so smoked right now. Unbelievably smoked. I mean, if you want to get a project done at your house and have a car that your wife's driving, you better be making $200,000 a year or something. And you have kids. Like, it's not. And if you went to college and did everything perfect, you're making 110 max. So it's not, something's got to give. Power to the people, decentralization. I'm coming at you live every single day. No, I'm not. That's not true either. I used to, so I said that it came out like that. But I'm coming at you live every single day, and I'm tweeting some gems as usual. I'm gonna drop this tweet in here. Oh no, that's the Gene. Oh yeah, for anyone that didn't know, this stream was yesterday. Gene Hoffman Live, CEO. I asked him some amazing questions. I had Gene on yesterday. We had about 700, 800 live. It was insane. It was amazing. It was fun. I asked him all the questions I wanted to ask. There was so much participation. There were so many questions asked in the chat yesterday. It was so insane. So if you want to see this video, we've done more airline miles.
Very different.
And we went through it, man. I asked him everything. I asked him why he thought ETH would fail. I asked him why he thought Chia would thrive. I asked him why Bitcoin can't be built on. I asked him what about all blah, 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 blah. I asked him everything I asked. I needed. It was great. It really got a good responses. And I had an amazing time. I'm going to download that so I can clip it later. Go ahead. Hit a like on that, hit a subscribe button. But I'm trying to continue to do this on a somewhat regular basis. So if you could hit the like and subscribe button, that would be awesome. That's all I want. If you guys hit like and subscribe and I can get a little traction going again, and I know the bull market's coming. So money wise, I don't even care about that as much. It's all about having a good channel with real content that people can actually enjoy, and people can actually think for themselves. No paid groups. I'm going to keep saying it. No paid groups. No trading leverage links, which are so easy to make money on probably. Because if you getting people to leverage trade for a cheap rate or whatever, a little incentive is horrible. Makes people lose all their money. So all those good guys that your parents watch and my mom and dad would probably watch and love their content, they would have like 150 affiliate links for trading underneath of them, people getting slaughtered all day. But they sound good. They sound clean. But look, we're getting huge traction here. And then the one from today. And then here's Bram. Good morning, everyone. Who's Bram Cohen, BitTorrent founder, Chia Goat. Good morning, everyone. We've been trying to contribute to Bitcoin, but it's frustrated by the ossification and maximalism. Is welcome to try out Chia, which is based on the same principles, but it's generations ahead on tech and doesn't involve the toxicity. Appreciated that. I put Charles Hoskinson's thingy in there. And then we have all of the Gene drunk craziness from yesterday. I'm live on Twitch. I'm live on Twitch as we speak. So follow me, Jim Rat Crypto, on everything. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Next week's going to be absolutely amazing. We're going to live stream everything we can about the Genius Act, legislation, next week is big. Don't forget what the title of this video is. The Genius Act, right? Remember this. Senator Bill Hagerty says the Senate will make history next week by passing landmark stablecoin legislation. I don't think we want them to pass that legislation, but it's going to be hard for people not want them to. But as DeFi guys, it'll probably blah, blah, blah. But I don't think DeFi can be stopped anyway. Anyway, buy Chia, buy Ethereum, buy some PulseChain. We're at the bottom right now, so it's just fair game. Buy a little bit of stuff, hold it, be secure with it. Learn how to use crypto, learn how to bridge crypto, learn how to interact with, get crypto from your bank account to your crypto and back once or twice, whether it's a big or large amount. Use bridges, provide liquidity on some meme coins that you don't have a lot of money in. Learn these tools. The faster you learn them, the faster you'll be ahead of the game, because $7.5 trillion is about to flood into the crypto market. 7.5 trillion. So just let's keep it moving. Having a great day, everyone. Jim Ryan, I'll be on Monday with 9mm. Hit the like and subscribe button. Have an amazing day.